Hey guys, I'm just checking in with you again. Apparently I'm going every 2 days now because I've skipped a day again. Yesterday, I don't know that I was busy all day because I actually had a short shift at work. I only worked from 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. yesterday. Prior to that, I didn't do a whole lot, honestly. Um, which is part of the issue I'm having with my class, anatomy and physiology. I had prior to this final about a 65% in the class to pass it so that I can advance to the final level of anatomy and physiology, biology 233, which is the last requirement or prerequisite that I need for the nursing program. Um, is a C. So yeah, I should have been studying a lot more than I have been. I didn't spend a whole lot of time studying, so I have a little bit of a low expectation for my results on the test. I did just take my final test with anatomy this morning, and I actually did feel pretty decent about it. I just didn't feel like super, super good on it. So, like, I did the math, and to get a C or higher in the class, I need an 85% on the test or higher. And the test is 100 or 104 questions, but 4 of them are extra credit. So I can miss a maximum of 19 questions on the test. Um, what are you doing, cat? Yeah. Well, anyway, my cat's trying to be in my video. But anyway, here, let's see what you. This is my cat, Shadow. Ow. Whatever. Um. Anyway, what was I saying? I was basically saying that the the test I can miss a maximum of 19 questions on. So I'm not 100% sure that I did well enough to say that I got that amount successfully or not, but we shall see. They are going to post the results of the final by 3:30 p.m. today, so I will know later after this video is made whether I have to repeat the class or if I can advance to the final level of anatomy and physiology, which is 233 next term. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, um, other than that, I just yesterday, fasting wise, I got off of a 35.5 hour fast again, so I did a longer fast. This is the second time I've done about 35 hours. And I'm not shooting for 35 hours specifically, it just kind of happened that it was about the same as that other long fast I did towards the beginning of my videos. Um, I've decided I'm going to start shooting for a 20-hour fasting window instead of a 16, just to prolong the fast so that it gives it more time for ketosis and autophagy. But I I don't feel the need to do these prolonged fasts like 30 plus hour fasts because that's a little more extreme than I'm looking to do at the moment. I do it every now and then. Like yesterday, I did it because I ate breakfast in the morning for this group that I broke my fast for. And then instead of waiting and just doing it at 2 in the morning or whatever, which is almost an absurd time to eat a meal right before bed or whatever, I just didn't eat that night, and then I waited until my normal time that I would break the fast, which is after work the next day, yesterday. So what happened is I got off work a little bit before 10 because they let me go early. Um, I went to Sherry's because I guess because I was being lazy, I didn't want to cook. Plus, some foods there sounded really good. I broke my fast with a pretty high carb diet, actually, so it's not the best thing, but um, it's whatever. I just got off a long fast. You think that it might counteract it, but it really doesn't, because the amount of calories I still cut technically from such a long fast are nowhere near the amount of calories I consumed. Um, and with it being a high carb ratio, that's slightly a negative because of insulin resistance and all of that, which is the point of the whole fasting diet. But every now and then is not okay. And I say that a lot. So I definitely need to reduce how frequently I'm doing higher carb meals. But um, but yeah, so this was pretty high carb in the regards of what I ordered, but in regards to what I actually consumed is a little different because I did not consume all of the food I ordered. So what I ordered was a chicken strip basket. I had the chicken strips rolled in buffalo sauce. Um, and I ate all four of those chicken strips. And then I had a steak and eggs platter with pancakes on the side. And the chicken strip basket came with French fries. But what I always do is I always eat my protein first, and then I go to my carbs, so that when I get full, I eat less carbs overall if I don't finish the meal. So on the steak and eggs platter, I had 2 eggs that were over medium fried. Um, the 6-ounce steak, just a sirloin, nothing fancy, and stuffed hash browns, which means it's filled with like sour cream, cheese, onions, bacon, and then the pancakes I had laced with a frosting and syrup on top. So it sounds like a lot, right? But like honestly, I didn't eat that much of the carbs. Um, I finished the chicken strips first, and then I ate the 2 eggs, and then I ate the steak. All of my protein first. Then I started working on my hash browns. I ate about half of the hash browns. I had maybe 4 or 5 French fries, and I took about 2 or 3 bites of the pancakes. So yes, they are high carb foods, but the amount of those high carbs I did not actually consume was was significantly low percentage of the carbs were consumed, honestly. So um, either way, in moderation to some degree. I didn't finish it all, so it wasn't that high of a carb. But the milkshake was probably the worst part because that's just pure sugar, and it's definitely processed sugar with the flavors, and they put a piece of pie in it literally and blend it up, so because it's called a pie shake. So that was definitely, as far as nutrition value, the lowest quality. Because at least the hash browns have the bacon and the cheese and stuff. That has protein and fat in it. Um, the French fries are at least a glucose chain, aka a starch. Um, it's not added sugars per se. Yes, it's deep fried in I think it's called saturated fat, but still, it's regular glucose. It's not fructose, which fructose is the devil. Fructose is the thing you want to avoid, to my understanding, from what I've been listening to. And then the pancakes was pretty bad, especially the frosting and the syrup, because both the frosting and the syrup would definitely have fructose in it. And then I'm assuming the pancake has some added sugar, which is sucrose, which is fructose and a glucose combined, so that also has fructose in it. So yes, the pancakes were not optimal, but I took 2 or 3 bites of that. That's not horrible. And then I drank about half the shake. And like I said, the shake has almost no nutritional value. It's just as bad as, and actually worse than the pancake, in my opinion. So, anyway, that's what I had. Um, my blood sugars for the 35-hour fast maintained levels between 70 and 100 pretty much the entire time, which is superb. Like, I always shoot for 100 to 150 in the past. 70 to 100 is literally a normal person's blood sugar. So I, for that fast, had a normal person's blood sugar as a type 2 diabetic with a lot of insulin and stuff on board. So, yes, the insulin and stuff is affecting that blood sugar. So, if I took all of my insulin and stuff away and my like other medications like metformin, if I took that all away, I'm sure I would not experience that 70 to 100 during my fast the entire time. At least not yet. The goal is to get there, but I don't think I'm quite there yet. I'm definitely still needing the insulin. And I still am injecting the twice a day long acting insulin, 36 units. So it's still influencing the numbers for sure. But we're definitely improving, guys. So that's a good thing. Um, After that, I expected a high spike in blood sugar, so I just completely negated or removed the short acting or mealtime insulin from my doses or from I didn't take my mealtime insulin yesterday because I knew I was going to go to the gym after that, and I actually went straight to the gym. I didn't go home and rest or anything like that. So before the peak of my sugar spike from that meal, I had already started working out. So with a little bit of exercise activity involved, um, my glucose or my blood sugar levels did not go even above 150. It was like 135 at its peak, and then it started going down again from the workout. Um, I did an hour of cardio again, so that's good. I did not experience a low, which I assume I would have experienced had I taken the mealtime insulin. That's part of the reason I didn't take the mealtime insulin because I knew I needed the high sugar levels for the workout. Um, so I did not experience a low from the workout, and I didn't experience a high from the food because of the workout, I'm assuming, but also because I think my resistance to insulin is improving, or I guess decreasing. The resistance is decreasing, the sensitivity to insulin is increasing. Um, let's see. I haven't weighed myself recently. I'm not really paying too much attention to the weight as I'm paying attention to how I feel and my blood sugar numbers. And yeah, so that's kind of more what I'm focused on. I hop on the scale sometimes and I'm like, oh, it seems like it hasn't gone down or it's still about the same. I don't really see like significant decrease in numbers every day like I did on my caloric restriction diet that I was on back in 2016. But that's not a bad thing. It's just it's more about how I feel and my numbers because the the goal is the blood sugar levels. The goal is the type 2 diabetes. The goal is the insulin sensitivity. It's not the weight. It's not the, you know, numbers on the scale. So, um, I do feel like some of my clothing fit better though. So even if I am maintaining weight, I do feel like I'm losing body fat. Not to a degree that's like, wow, this is really baggy, but stuff that felt a little tight before feel less tight now. So I think that we're moving in the correct direction. And what I have told my brother and what I probably should do is I should make body measurements with a tape measure because that would be more accurate than looking at the numbers on the scale. But we'll find out. I guess if I get one of those, we can do that. But anyway, I do still have one more chemistry final tomorrow. I have an online microbiology final that I have to take. Even if I completely bomb those tests, the worst grade that I will experience from a 0% on the test would be a C in either of those classes. So I'm not concerned about passing them. I am a little bit mildly concerned about getting an A because that would improve my GPA and it would just look better on paper, I guess. But those classes are not point based for the program that I'm trying to get into. So I don't believe that the microbiology might be point based, so that one's more significant, I think. but the chemistry definitely isn't. So regardless of if I pass or don't pass the chemistry, or okay, passing matters, but if I get a C, a B, or an A in the chemistry class, that will not affect my ability to get into the nursing program whatsoever. The microbiology, if I get an A, I think I get one more point, so that would be beneficial to get to an A, and it's currently a 88 or an 85%, I forget which. So if I do even kind of decent on the test, I think that that will raise itself to a A. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot else to say. I'm pretty sure in the last video I talked about my surgery coming up. I do have a surgery scheduled for my carpal tunnel on the 5th. If I didn't mention that in the last video, which I forgot if I had or not. But that's a little bit intimidating. And I'm sure because I'll be making videos and stuff still, you'll see when I have that surgery, but that's in a little over 2 weeks. So my cat's doing weird shit. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and end this video. We're at 16 minutes. Hope you all have a good one. Thanks for tuning in.